Good afternoon, folks. Well, good evening, rather, folks. Welcome back to another vlog and another video. So, um, first of all, got an update here. Now, initially, I had told you all that I had been in the market for getting a new cell phone because of when I had told you how, a couple months ago, at least over a month and a half ago, when I had told you how my charger cord for my tablet had been working fine for charging phone for a while, but then started to kind of, be coming and going. And then eventually got to the point a couple weeks ago where I had decided to give the phone company a buzz and see if I could, see if getting a replacement charger would be an option. And then when they had looked at stuff and said that warranty and stuff was just about up and stuff, um, uh, and so then so then things were an indication that it would be best to get a replacement phone and stuff shipped here, and I had all in all agreed to it. Well, here's the deal. It did get here today, but what I wanted to share with you a little bit is this. So you remember in one of my kind of pretty recent videos when I had told you about, and did story about the issues that I had before a while ago and even not too long ago with using cameras legally and stuff, and got into situations, at times, not too long ago, the latest the latest two situations, one from well over a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, the other one well over a year ago and stuff. And so, phones that have camera apps and stuff, right now in my end, at least up until this point, don't really set well, really. So basically, once I got home, one of our people here wanted me and company to open the box and see if the new phone that I ended up getting was even just like current one I have, or if it's something different. Well, it is kind of different, now, however, my mom and company are okay with stuff like this. They do understand the deal. So, this isn't a situation like where this isn't a situation where we just did it just because we felt like it. It was a situation where, we knew that our current phone was kind of getting to the wearing out point. So, but here's the deal. Got home from work a little while ago. Work one other day for this week tomorrow. 10 a.m. to 4:30 10 a.m. to 4:30 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And a couple of our go-to people regarding the situation will be here during the day tomorrow while we're at work. And then they'll kind of, discuss things a little bit. They'll kind of have some discussion a little bit on stuff, and, and then I did also initially give the Assurance Wireless phone company a buzz back, letting them know things about how didn't really intend to have like Android or anything like that shipped here. The problem is with that is they don't really have so much the style phones that are like the one that I currently have right now. They've now got them all upgraded to Androids and stuff. So that's what the issue is. So, so the thing I'm getting to is there are probably kind of some concerns a little bit, So initially, yes, what initially we had in the market for coming here today did get here, but right now we're kind of putting that one up for discussion for right now until we can kind of figure things out, tomorrow, or until a couple of our go-to people here can figure things out during our time that we're at work tomorrow and whatnot. When I gave the phone company a buzz at the end, what I did ask them was if we had to send the actual phone back. I'm talking about the one that came today, got delivered here today. If it's okay to keep the charger cord and stuff. If it's okay to send the actual phone back but keep the charger cord. They said yes, that would be fine. It's like this envelope thing that we look for, I guess, to send it all back in and then go to the nearest FedEx location to have it all sent back. So yeah, we do currently still have current phone right here. So when I push the button, this comes up, this saying the Alcatel One Touch. When I hold the red button right here down, doesn't really react or do much really. So I did bring the charger cord down. They were cool with us bringing the charger cord down that came with the initial phone that finally got delivered here today. The fact of the matter is usually there'd be like a red light that would come on, and I don't see that, so not exactly sure what's going on. They do ultimately say that current phone is still active until you activate a new one. So it doesn't sound like it's shut off completely. So not exactly sure what the deal is with that right there. And I guess they said if worse comes to worse, we can go up to like our nearest Virgin Mobile store and bring all the information and stuff that comes with their current phone and get what we call, you've all heard of prepaid payload phones before, I'm sure, so stuff like that, get like a prepaid payload, prepaid payload phone and stuff. It sounds like we shall have this figured out pretty soon. It's going to take a little bit of discussion, at least tomorrow. So, so we'll see where it all goes from there. The thing of all that was going through my mind when I ended up putting the order in for a new phone was just, when they said warranty was nearing the end for current phone, they said, I was just thinking, well, I guess that's what would be best bet, is to have new replacement phones shipped here. But I guess I did not think about the fact that, the potential that it probably could be more like an Android, and that's got stuff that right now does not set well, really. So, the way it is right now is yes, new phone, yes, initial new phone initially did get delivered today while I was working, while I was at work today while I was working. But there are at least some concerns right now. Just because once we opened the box and took a look at it, it did look like it was more like an Android. And again, like they said when I gave them a buzz back soon after, we had gone through that whole situation. They said that they don't really have the style cell phones that are like my current one, really. No more right now. They have just mostly Androids. So that's the thing. Again, however, when I gave my mom a buzz a little bit, just a little while ago, she said she understands that she's ultimately fine with it. She knows and understands this one was not intentional. This one was just you know concerns that current cell phone is getting to the point of wearing out. So you feeling like it's getting to be that time for a replacement phone. And so it's just a matter of just at least being honest that again, this was not an intentional move. It was a move that we had done because it all sounded like current phone was kind of getting to the point of wearing out. So they ultimately would understand that. And if we need to go to the nearest Virgin Mobile store and find and look at getting a prepaid Palo phone, we'll do what we have to do. That would be the final thing. That would be the final option, pretty much. And so my mom said that if any of our go-to people that have discussion about this situation tomorrow have any concerns, that they can give my mom a buzz, and then they can just kind of talk about it and follow up on it further. The other thing too, so a couple weeks ago I had my annual physical, and when we went through the annual physical part, everything was fine and stuff. Weight didn't seem too bad. Blood pressure seemed all right, and everything else, and didn't seem like there was any concerns at the time when we went through physical with our physical medical doctor and stuff. They didn't state any concerns. Then we went down and got our first straw of blood work done. Well, here's the deal. Another thing I guess sometimes we also have to think about is the underneath. What that means is, like what the purpose of blood work is to see, like, if it shows any signs of like cholesterol or kind of excessive level with blood sugar, or if your carbohydrate is kind of up there. Well, it looks like I might have to go back and have some more blood work done, because they got results back, and it sounds like, didn't remember them saying anything about cholesterol, any kind of excessive level with cholesterol or blood sugar. It just sounded like they had said, kind of carbohydrate was pretty well quite up there a good bit, and kind of pretty well elevated. So that's why I'm gonna have to go. That's why I'm gonna have to go back and get a little more blood work. That's why I'm gonna have to go back and get a little more blood work done. So, if you go to physical and it seems like everything on the outside that they'll see right away, like when you do weigh-in, blood pressure, and all that other good stuff, seems fine. when you go get your blood work done soon after that, when you go down to the lab and get your blood work done after that, you also have to think of the underneath as well, which would be, again, the blood work. Purpose of that is to see if anything shows signs of any kind of pretty well elevated cholesterol level or blood sugar level, even carbohydrate level. So you do need to kind of think about that. That's what I mean by the underneath. So may have a little bit of, a little bit of unsettling things going on, based on the current cell phone situation a little bit, and, just concerns that, when we found out the results with the underneath from the first round of blood work, that carbohydrate was pretty well up there and quite elevated, it's probably something we should probably keep in mind. Again, weight didn't seem to be too bad, really. Didn't seem to be too out of the ordinary. Blood pressure seemed all right. And everything else that they would see firsthand, that they would check firsthand and see right away. But once they got the results from the underneath a little bit, when it came to blood work wise and lab wise, that's where the concerns kind of came around a little bit. So I will continue to give you an update on where we stand, like maybe do a vlog after I get home from work tomorrow or something on what can be figured out with the initial phone that got delivered here today while I was at work, while I was working today. Again, it is obvious that yes, there are some concerns a little bit. So it sounds like for going and doing another round of blood work, I'm around and available this Thursday and this Friday, even next Wednesday. So basically, and I'll give you an update a little bit on when I end up going and doing that. We'll definitely give you an update first and foremost about where we stand with the concerns with the initial new phone that got here today. Again, my mom is ultimately cool with the situation. She understands the situation. I'll say once more, this was not like a situation where I just did it because I felt like it. It was a situation where we did it for an honest reason. At least, in the end, people will find out that we had an honest reason for pursuing this. It wasn't intentional. It's just, it's all they have now. They don't have the kind of style cell phones that are like the one I currently have right now. They're all Android, all Android, all Android, all Android, all Android and stuff. All Android and stuff. Sorry, folks. Just kind of, it's just a nerve-wracking situation. And, again, yes, like I said, the fact that there are some concerns, the fact that it is an Android, being that that's all that they really have, really, and that's all that they really distribute now, really. It's just, I know I know there is, at least until then, there are some concerns a little bit. I'll try and do a vlog some point tomorrow after getting home from work, and if anybody, so they'll probably send me an email based on, their concerns probably, and after we take a look at that, we'll try and do a vlog and give you an update on that. We'll continue to give you an update on everything with this, but it sounds like we shall work this out one way or another. It's just, you know, the one we initially got today, there are some concerns, but once again, well, it's not too bad weather-wise, not too many clouds in the sky, at least around here, but it's still warm and humid and muggy out. So I think maybe the title of this video will be initially got new phone initially delivered today, but there are some concerns and got to go get more blood work done. So maybe that's what the title of this video will be. And I guess for the time being, if we have to, when we take RTS Access public transportation out, places out in the community, if we have to rely on one out of the couple of our house cell phones here, we will do that if we have to for a little while if need be. Alright, I'm going to end the vlog and the video there. I'll give you an update on where we stand maybe tomorrow after getting home from work based on the concerns that we have about initial new phone that came in that got